So hi everybody. I'll just give it a few minutes to see if more join. Yeah, they're starting to come in now. So hi everybody, and I hope you're all doing very well today. As you might be aware, we've taken a short break from our product update webinars over the past few months, but today we've brought you a webinar that's probably the most value to you. So a massive thanks for joining us today, and it's great to see you all back. So as many of you may already know from other webinars, I'm Nicole Cunningham and I am the Product Marketing Manager for Lean Library here at Technology from Sage, and I'll be your host for today's webinar. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Becca, our Senior Product Manager at Lean Library, and Sufyan, our Product Owner at Lean Library. They'll be taking us through the newly released assist message templates and what is coming next for Lean Library, including the print book alternatives that we've talked about before. And just before I hand it over, I'll just give a quick run through on a bit of small housekeeping. So as usual, please check your audio and visual settings. And if somebody could kindly confirm in the chat box or via the Q&A box that you can hear me and see the slides, that would be great. And if for some reason you can't hear me or see the slides, we recommend leaving the webinar and rejoining. And as you join, Zoom will prompt you to check your audio and visual settings, and hopefully that'll do the trick. As always, please do connect with each other in the chat, and even how are you getting prepared for the upcoming academic year. In regards to questions, please feel free to ask any questions either via the chat or the Q&A box, and we will either answer them live or via the chat or at the end of the session. Lastly, the webinar is being recorded today and I will share it around with you in the coming days. So I think that's all from me, so I'll hand it over now to Becca.
Lovely, thanks Nicole. Sorry, I was finding my unmute button. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. As Nicole said, we've had a bit of a hiatus in between Product Monthly Update webinars, but I'm really excited, to be joined by Sufyan. So it's the first time I've had a partner in one of our product update webinars, aside from Nicole, but a partner from our product team, so that's lovely. And I'm really excited to be talking to you today about our assist message template feature update. So some of you might have seen that we recently released this brand new feature, and this feature was very much spearheaded by Sufyan and our development team. And we are going to talk to you today about some other supplementary improvements that we've also made to assist messages throughout the year. These have all come directly from your feedback through to our AHA portal. So we're really excited to kind of re-talk about those and how they kind of align with the benefits that our assist message template feature also brings you if you are an assist message user, which I would assume most of you are. We're also going to talk about the background to the assist message template feature. So some of the feedback that we accumulated from all of you and our library partners that sort of prompted us to sort of forage more into the area of how can we make Lean Library more simple and efficient to set up so we save you time. And then Suf is going to demo the feature itself and also some of those supplementary improvements. And then we're going to have a quick chat about what's next and what you can expect for us to chat about in the following Product Monthly Update webinar. So we'll give you a little sneak peek and then we'll save some time for questions. I am quite prone to overrunning, so I will try and keep to time. So we'll try and make sure we've time for questions, but as always, like our inboxes, mine, the support inbox is always open, so if you have any questions you can always reach out to us, and as always if you have feedback, do stick it through our AHA portal, because we take that to our tech team and our UX team on a weekly basis, and we go through all of your ideas. So I want to start by talking about assist messages in general. Again, I don't think this is hugely necessarily to kind of delve into in a lot of detail, because I am sure a lot of you are familiar with our assist message feature. But just to give a very brief sort of recap, assist messages are one of our sort of foundational pieces of functionality and form part of our Lean Library Access package. So Lean Library Access is sort of made up of 3 separate modules, which all sort of come with that Lean Library Access subscription. So that is the access functionality, the alternatives functionality, and assist. So they all are part of the sort of goal of helping you direct your users to the library licensed and alternative content that you have within your ecosystem. So assist messages are our tool that provide that personalized communication to your patrons at their point of need on any domain that you choose. Assist messages can be used in a number of different ways. There are so many sort of use cases for these, but some of our most popular include redirecting your users to the content that they might be looking for during their research journey. So for example, if they go to a publisher site, the more general publisher site, they might actually be looking for the books and journals subscription that you've purchased. They might be looking for, in this case, in the top right, Wiley Digital Archives. So if you preempt what they might be looking for, you can present the message. You can provide personalized messages that notify your users if they are sort of searching or looking around particularly sort of pertinent or relevant topics such as AI. So if they land on OpenAI or ChatGPT domains, you can add an assist message that will suggest that they redirect to your library's guidance on these areas. So it's a way that you can really ensure that they're doing their research and their studies in a way that's consistent with sort of like your information literacy policies or your student success, whatever materials that you have created for your users. You can show those with our assist message feature. And then it's also a really, really nice way of helping your users authenticate on non-traditional sort of authentication pathways. So such as a common use case we use is newspaper sites such as New York Times. You might have personalized library logins for the New York Times, or sort of content databases such as the Naxos Music Library, as you can see as an example there. And all of this is to say that we get a lot of feedback that our assist messages are actually a very good way of sort of using Lean Library as a messaging service for your library. So it's a way of getting in touch with your patrons and just making sure your library's messaging, branding, content is present when your users are kind of like outside the library environment online. So I want to talk about some recent improvements that we've made to assist messages. For those of you who are regulars to our Product Monthly update webinars, you'll have heard me talk about these before. We released these earlier in the year, but it's nice to rehash as this is sort of, it was very much a precursor to our assist message template feature. The improvements that we made here were very much for the same purpose as the assist message template. So it's about making our assist message feature as easy to configure as possible. And again, all of these ideas came directly from your feedback, and we love actioning these, so please do keep them coming. We try to shepherd through as much as we possibly can in our development cycle. So the two that I really want to focus on, which are particularly pertinent for the assist message templates, are the active and inactive toggle state. So previously, you would have had to, in order to deactivate an assist message, you would have had to fiddle around with the date settings. You would have had to set the assist message as a date that occurred in the past to sort of deactivate it. Now you can just do it with the flick of the toggle. It's super easy. So this is particularly nice. You might want to turn it off for a set period of time, but not want to have to fiddle around with the date setting. You can just do that really quickly. The second one is the duplicate button. So if you have an assist message that is actually very applicable for like across a number of different domains. So you use the same sort of messaging, you just tweak it slightly. Not only can you use a template for this if there is one in existence, which we will come to shortly, you can also just set up one yourself and then duplicate it. And then once you duplicate it, it'll appear as a copy. I won't go into that too much because Soph is going to demonstrate that for you very shortly. We also want to make sure that you can set up assist messages wherever you want them. So we have also made it possible for you to set up assists on proxy URLs, and you can also include query parameters for your assists. So you can use sort of a I don't know what the correct word for it is, but like non-generic sort of symbols. Whereas previously you couldn't. So for example, if you wanted to, if there was a question mark in the URL, you can now configure that. Great. So next up, I'm going to lead into the assist message templates proper, and how those sort of, you will hopefully see how the goals of our initial sort of assist message feature improvements kind of feed into this. So how there's like a kind of a nice natural progression to our sort of improving assist messages and why we wanted to do that. First, I'll just start with what are assist message templates. It might seem obvious per the name, but we'll go over it anyway. So assist message templates are essentially, in essence, ready-to-use templates for the most popular and effective assist messages. So you can find these within the Lean Library dashboard. Soph is going to show you where later in the demo. We're also going to link to some support article content just in case you need some extra help after this webinar. And just to note that the templates were actually specifically created by us in-house with our customer success teams, so our customer facing teams who are sort of talking to you on a regular basis. And this was all done through data analysis, your feedback, and also by our customer success teams sort of brainstorming, workshopping on particularly nice examples that they've seen or that they've kind of spoken to you about that generally tends to kind of, create a bit of a buzz when they speak to you or your peers about assist message templates. So like the different ways that you can use assist messages. And the result of that is essentially an accumulated list of templates that we hope will be a really good jumping off point for you when you are looking to set up assist. So I am going to just talk about some of the benefits to the assist message templates as well. So the first one is that this is an excellent way for you to get information on really good use cases for assist. So when we were speaking to you through customer feedback calls, when we were trying to get some information from our library partners around how you use assists and your barriers to setting up more assists or engaging more with this feature, one of the sort of pieces of feedback we got was that you have to actually coordinate with a lot of other departments within your library to come up with ideas for use cases for assist. So that might be through your colleagues who are working around, yes, information literacy and student success, your e-resource librarians, whomever it might be. And what we want here is to provide you with the kind of the building blocks of either starting those conversations or being able to just set up some quick fire assists yourself without needing to crowdsource for those assist messages, essentially. This also means that you don't need to have to sort of navigate to a support article that we've written about the top 20 use cases for assist messages that we've heard of across our library partners. All of the support you need or these use cases that you might want to access are available to you in product when you need them. So the point of Lean Library we say, or the benefit of Lean Library for your patrons is that it's point of need. We want that point of need to also be available to you in our Lean Library dashboard when you're actually doing the tasks that might require a bit of extra sort of like advice or support. So that is the kind of the main sort of impetus behind the assist message templates. The templates are also categorized, so you can select the category or select or find the assist message templates that you want per the sort of like the need that your specific library has. So the one you can see I've highlighted in the image there is our sort of introduction to assist messages. So if you are a new library or you just want to browse some really good use cases, you can just select that, and our sales team, customer success team, have put together some really nice examples for you. And all it takes is just some editing to make it specific for your library, which Saf will show later. Oh gosh, I've really skipped ahead, sorry. So the other benefit for this is that it simplifies the setup of Lean Library. When we are talking to you on a regular basis and we're talking about your challenges and goals within the library, like a kind of theme that always comes up is that you're short on time, you have so much to do, so much to coordinate, and you want the setup of Lean Library to be quick, intuitive, so you can spend time on other areas. So this is part of as I said, a sustained theme around how we make Lean Library more simple to set up. So this is our kind of like first exploration into this, and I can tell you right now that there's more to come, so watch this space, and we're really excited for the rest. But I hope this kind of like is a really nice sort of drop in the ocean to start. So all you need to do is open up a template. Again, Saf is going to show you this later. Click use the template, and then from there you can edit it. Just add in your university's name, the correct sort of URL that you might want. You can change that if you like. You can add any sort of dates that you might want, and then you just have to press like set it up. You just press save, and then it should show for your patrons in the extension. You just have to make sure that you remember to actually edit the template and not use the generic template. So yes, that is that. And to recap on the benefits and why we're particularly excited about this development, as I said, this is our first foray into sort of how we can make Lean Library sort of quicker to set up by providing templates, automations, so much more to come on this. So definitely watch this space. We spend a lot of time talking to you about your goals, about your challenges, and we know how busy you are. We want to save you time, and we really hope that this goes some way towards doing that. And we want you to have those use cases for Lean Library at your fingertips. Lean Library, its power is in its configurability. There is so much you can do with it, but that can seem daunting at first. So we want to make sure that you have the information you need to really get the most out of this product. And more assists means more point of need aid for your patrons. So hopefully this will help you sort of come up with some use cases that really like resonate with you and that you think your patrons will really benefit from. So we're excited about this development, and we really hope you are too. So just to finish off before I hand over to Saf for the demo, if you do need sort of any help setting up or getting used to the assist message templates, we think it's pretty intuitive, self-explanatory, but just in case, we've got the demo coming up next. You can find dedicated support articles for assist message templates that you might want to use when you're ready to start playing around with them. You can find this on our Zendesk portal, on our support portal. You can also let us know through Zendesk if you need some advice, need some support. You can get in contact with our customer support team directly through Zendesk. And also, if you have any advice or feedback on this assist message template feature or anything else, I know, having seen who's on the call, that some of you are familiar with our AHA portal. I love seeing your names every time your feedback comes through. So please do keep it coming. We love to see it. But our AHA feedback portal is a way that you can get in touch directly with the product team. And every time you submit a piece of feedback, we see it, we take it to our tech team, and we add it to our roadmap or our backlog. So that is that. If you need any of the links for those, I'm sure we can pop them in the chat as well. And now we're going to hand over to Soph for the demo. So I am going to just stop sharing my screen so Soph can take over.
All right. Thank you so much, Becca. Hi, everybody. My name is Sufyan, or Soph for short, and I'm the product owner here at Lean Library. And I work very closely with Becca on the planning, the development, and delivery side of everything that we do here. And it's an absolute pleasure to share this webinar with you, Becca. It's my first time, so it's nice to meet everybody. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat while I'm going through this demo, and we'll definitely answer them. I'm going to share my screen, and if I could get a thumbs up in the chat, just to let me know that you guys can see it, and then we'll dive right in. Let's see. Here we go. There we are. I should be sharing.
I can see your screen, Soph.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, let's dive straight in. So, as many of you may be familiar, the way we would firstly navigate to Assist is here on the left-hand side toolbar, and you will be presented with, of course, your usual view. And Becca really described the improvements that we have made for Assist messages very well. And again, it's all based on your feedback and us thinking about ways where we can make your workflow much more easier, quicker, more efficient, and less daunting, especially for individuals who may be new to using Lean Library. So some of them being the two main ones were firstly the status toggle. So like Becca mentioned, you would need to previously wait for the assist message to expire, which can be a little inconvenient if you want to kind of get rid of it quite early. Or for example, the only other way to remove an assist message would be to delete it. Now, that could be a pinch point, for example, if you want to keep that assist message, it might have some valuable information that you might want to use at a later time. So we thought, you know what, a quick on and off toggle would be absolutely perfect. And you can use this toggle at any time. It will not delete the assist message. Simply, all you would need to do is click it on and off. And what will happen is if it's a disabled assist message and you want to re-enable it, of course, if there is a time factor that might have been set up on that setup before, then you'll get presented with a model again. It will tell you that you need to adjust the time and date settings before you can do it again. And if there is no time or date set up, then it will immediately just turn back on. And if you've turned it off, of course, on the extension, it will just remove itself and it will no longer be visible. But the main thing is it's still there, it's not deleted, and then you can use it back at a later time. Speaking of using it back at a later time, I can also show you guys the duplicate feature as well. Here's a nice example, planning on using ChatGPT. So here is, if I just open the model now, you can see what the model looks like. You've got your domain, you've got it set up on if you want to use it on and off campus, and you've got your small little message here. Now, say I want to use this again. Typically, before this duplicate feature, you would have to create a new assist message, go through copying and pasting, adding all the URL, the messages, and again, it can be time consuming. So now we can literally just quickly press on the duplicate button over here. And within a short moment, you will see right at the top of your list, it will be disabled at the start, but just to make it clear, there will be a copy text in the title of the assist message where you can then go into it by clicking on the edit button and you can change whatever you like. You can remove this copy part of it in the title. You can change the domain. If I quickly just type in something like Google, and then it will literally just save it for you. And then it will be, and then we can activate it again. I'm just going to disable it for this purpose because I haven't added any times or anything like that, but it's as simple as turning it on and off and copying an assist message like that. But that's quickly showing you those two main improvements. The big one is the assist message templates, like Becca mentioned. For those who may not be familiar with the assist message templates feature, On the assist message page, we now have a small new little navigation in the top left. When you click on templates is when you will be presented with all the templates that are available to you. And if you'd like to quickly navigate through the different categories, you can click on the category button, and it will present you with a drop down. And I think Becca also mentioned, as an example, we have a category for an introduction to assist messages, which you can use for users and use them on domains wherever you like. So the main thing is that we want to try and make it easy for you to set up assist messages without you having to spend loads of time. So with these templates, if you click on the action icon, you can quickly have a look at what the template looks like, the information that is on here. And if you think, hey, you know what, this is actually a pretty good template and you'd like to use it, towards the bottom, when you click on the use template button, it will then allow you will notice that it's gone from grayed out and to with a white background, which means you can now edit it. So you can also add your own information. You can tweak these templates to however you like, whatever use cases you may have, you can do it to your liking. And once you're happy with whatever you've edited and what you've created, you can simply click on save, and then it will bring it back to the top of the list. And it may be at the right at the end on this example, but it will then show itself on the list, and then you could do the same thing. You could either duplicate it, turn it on and off, and it is as simple as that. That's everything that I have to show you guys regarding assist message templates. But if you do have any questions, please do feel free to share them on the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer. But thank you so much, Becca.
No worries. Thanks, Saf. Awesome. Yeah, as Saf said, do feel free to pepper us with questions. We've got 4 minutes left. So I'm going to whiz through the next section. I'm just going to share my screen again, and then we are just going to jump into those questions. But where is this? Oh no, I shouldn't have stopped sharing my screen. Now I can't find oh, there it is, right in the middle. Apologies. Okay. Just share that. Saf, give me a shout if you can see this again. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so let's move on. If it will let me. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, what's next? This is just a taster of what you can look forward to in our next webinar. So we will talk in more depth about our sort of next big release, which we have been working on with Discovery partners for a little while, perfecting the sort of the print alternatives feature that we have developed, essentially. So for those of you, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this before, but this will essentially insert the print book alternatives pop-up within the pop-up hierarchy, rather than having that check for print button. Your users can now just see within that sort of alternatives flow when they have access to a print book that appears in your holdings. The really nice thing also about this is that when you have a digital book that is also in your holdings for the same title, that will show first because it appears first within our hierarchy. But in the side tray, we will also show a notification for the link to your print holdings if there is also a parallel print copy, which I'm sure there is for a title that your users are searching for on the open web. So just as an update, I want to say a huge thank you to the libraries that we've worked with as beta partners for sending us their credentials. These have been essential for us to do detailed testing with our Discovery partners, so Ex Libris Primo, or Ex Libris, EBSCO, and OCLC. It's allowed us to ensure that the credentials that they're sending us are accurate, or they're sending you and therefore us are accurate, and that the API response that we're receiving is exactly what we expect. And as sort of next steps, our sort of internal testing is finished, so we will then just hand this over to our beta testers, who can just ensure that the response that they're seeing is what they would expect per their catalog details. But we're pretty confident that the responses that you should be seeing are accurate. So more to come on this per the sort of the release information and how you can get your hands on this next month in our next webinar. And then I want to save some time for questions. We have 1 minute, but I feel like that's hopefully enough. So do put them in the chat if you have any questions about assist message templates or anything else, or any feedback that you want to give us, any sort of additional ideas for how we can make setting up Loon Library for you more simple. Let us know. I can't see anything come through the chat just yet.
No, Sarah just said thanks, Becca and Sufyan. Great session.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Thanks. No worries, Salah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything, but if anyone does have any questions, you know where to get us, so be sure to reach out. And thanks very much again for everyone joining today, and thanks Suf and Becca, that was a really, really good session. And as I put into the chat there, be sure to join our next webinar. We will be going through the print alternatives in more depth. So thanks very much, everybody.
Thanks so much, everyone. Lovely to see
Bye-bye.
you all. Bye.